Hey family, welcome back. MarshaunO, your favorite life and relationship strategist. And I want to know how would you feel if you keep having the same conversation over and over and over again, even though you feel like you have expressed yourself as best you can? You're also sick and tired of having the same conversation over and over again. You may even be to the point where you're like, you know what? This might not be working out because we keep having the same conversation. I keep feeling like I have to defend myself during this same topic over and over and over again. So how do you stop having the same conversations? How do you stop them for good in your relationship? And I'm gonna give you 5 things to think about and definitely to implement into your relationship, especially if you need this information today. So the very first thing that I want you to think about is to ask yourself, yes, you're asking this question to yourself, were you clear in your first explanation? Were you clear in the fact that whatever was happening, listen, babe, that is not what you thought that it was. This is exactly what was going on. This is what I was thinking. This is why I expressed myself that way. Do you feel like your spouse, your girlfriend or boyfriend, your husband or wife just did not understand you? Is it because they just for a lack of understanding, or do you feel that it had more to do with you not being clear? The second thing to think about is, why does he or she have trust issues with you? And you may think, well, I can't see how that correlates or how that actually goes together. It goes together because if your spouse, if your partner really trusted you with that topic of a conversation, with that topic that keeps coming up, actually it would stop. It would cease to come up because they actually heard what you had to say and understood what you had to say and also trusted your answer. They didn't feel like you was leaving something out. They didn't feel like you were actually trying to give them bits and pieces. You were very, very clear, which is why they feel that they can understand you, listen to you, and put that thing to bed. But at this point, they're not able to do that because for some reason there is a lack of trust in your relationship, specifically when it comes to that particular issue that keeps coming up, that you're frustrated about, that you're sick and tired of talking about. That thing, something about it that does not sit well with your spouse or your partner. So again, it correlates with the trust. Something there, he or she does not trust your answer. He or she does not trust what you had to say about that thing, about the issue, about the problem. Number 3, think about, is it or could it be his or her insecurities surfacing? Meaning you have nothing to do with this issue. You have clarified yourself. They said that they understood you. No, it's not a trust thing, but this thing just keeps coming up because you see it as him or her being very insecure, and it's their insecurities that are showing up that keep surfacing, which is that baggage that they're bringing from one relationship or the last relationship or all of their relationships into now your relationship. So it could be their insecurities. Number 4, does he or she feel like you are disrespecting them in any kind of way during your explanation? Were you being very disrespectful in your delivery, in your tone, and just saying, I don't care, it's none of your business, why do we have to keep talking about this? Like, you're not making them feel secure about this topic at all. And so they feel disrespected in some type of way, which is why the conversation keeps coming up, which is where the trust issues are coming from, which is why you keep having this conversation over and over and over again, and you don't understand why. This is why we're here. I'm explaining the why right now, at least giving you some examples to say, yeah, you know what? It could be his or her insecurities. You know what? Maybe I could have explained that better. You know what? I really need to put this conversation to bed. So let me be the adult. Let me be the grown up to go to this person before it even happens again and say, you know what, I was actually thinking about this conversation. I probably could have explained it better. And so let me do that now so we can stop having this conversation, because it's really taking a toll on me, and it's also taking a toll on the relationship as well. And I want to stop it from taking a toll on the relationship because I actually love you and I know that you love me, and I don't want this to end badly because we keep going through this same thing. And it's usually pretty toxic when you're having the same conversation over and over and over again. And so you don't want to do that. Number 5, finally, I want you to ask yourself, are you or can you be on autopilot whenever this conversation comes and you mindlessly are copying what you were taught as a youngster, what you seen your parents or guardian doing? However they respond is how now you are taking in the response. Are you on autopilot? Is it really your real response? Are you just sick and tired of having the conversation, and so you're not even thinking that there is something new that can actually pop up or even transpire that maybe you could have actually say, you know what, let me think about this on a deeper level. Let me take me out of it. Let me take my my feelings out of this and sit back and put myself in my partner's or my spouse's shoes. Are you able to do that? Were you ever able to do that? Can you do that now? Are you just on autopilot in your response? So this is 5 things that you can actually implement or at least think about. I'm sick and tired of having this conversation over and over again, and how can I actually change it? This is how you change it. You go about doing things different so you can get different results, because all of us know, or at least most of us know, the definition of insanity is doing things over and over and over again, thinking that you're going to get different results when in fact you get the exact same results over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, I am MarshaunO, your favorite life and relationship strategist. I love you guys. There is nothing that you can do about it. Definitely leave me a comment down in the comment section below, because you guys know that this is a dialogue. It is not a monologue, and I love to continue the conversation. If you need some help, or if you have an idea for a video, then send me an email. That email address is marshaun@MarshaunOlanio.com. If you did not catch that, it is in the description box below. I love you guys, and there is nothing that you can do about it, and I will see you guys soon.